what's up, Michigan? Welcome back to the baseball podcast here in the state of Michigan. This is called In The Dugout, presented by the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. My name is Lauren Plant. Every week I've had the privilege of talking to a different baseball coach from around the state each week of the 2023 high school baseball season, which is now rapidly deteriorating. We are ending this season very quickly, and there are just a select few teams that are still alive, and one of them coaches the team in Division I that is looking to make a run. His name is Corey Farner. He is of the Woodhaven Warriors. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you jumping in your car so we could get a nice connection here.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a great season, and we're going to get into kind of where you guys are at right now on the map, just so that we can get to know you a little bit. I know that you grew up in the Downriver area. Just kind of talk about, where you grew up, where you went to high school, and, your playing days and what you remember the most about that.
Yeah, I grew up in Taylor, and I went to Taylor Kennedy High School, which was a baseball-rich high school in the 90s and early 2000s. I played Little League in Taylor. I played travel ball in the Downriver area back in the 90s. It was a hotbed of great baseball back then, as it is now.
Right.
Had a lot of fun, had a lot of great coaches growing up. Herb Eccleton and Tony Brinson, who is also coaching with me here at Woodhaven. They were my high school coaches, and I just had a blast learning the game from them. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to play at the collegiate level, and I played my college ball at Madonna University under Greg Hager.
Nice.
Played a few years there. I had a blast, got my degree, and an injury cut my college days short. In my elbow, I was a pitcher, and so I decided that I wanted to get into coaching pretty quick, and I got into it pretty early on in my early 20s, and I was at Taylor Kennedy as an assistant, as a JV head coach for a number of years, and I got my first head coaching job there in 2009, and I coached there until 2014 when we came over the very next year here to Woodhaven in 2015. So we had a good amount of success at Kennedy when I was a head coach there. Great amount of success there when I was an assistant coach under Tony Brinson, and we've had a good amount of success here at Woodhaven since we got here in 2015. So it's been a blast.
Right on. Well, it's always great when you, stay in the community, your whole life, and it's something that you can share so many experiences. And I'm sure as you run into parents and stuff, guys that you played ball with, people that you coached, who are now, full-blown adults in some cases with children and things of that nature. But you mentioned it, and again, you have built a nice little tradition. How long have you been at Woodhaven now as the head coach?
This is my 8th year. We started here in 2015. We took over a program that didn't have a lot of postseason success, but had a rich tradition in some other sports here. So it kind of coincided with our school district and our athletic department all making some positive changes. And, obviously the success has kind of spoken for itself here. We've been very fortunate. We have great facilities and great people to work with. And the kids here are second to none.
Yeah, so let's get into the news of the day, and that is the fact you guys are fresh off a big win, and regional semifinals took place on Wednesday. As a team, 20 victories in the last 24 games overall since the start of May, and you also snapped a 15-game win streak that Allen Park had going at the time yesterday, and I realized that they had beat you twice already this season. Yeah. And you know what they say about trying to beat a team 3 times, it's very hard.
That's right.
It's very hard. And you guys had to play a little comeback baseball to beat them 7-5 on Wednesday. Talk about the game and ultimately what put your team over the top.
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head. It is tough, especially in our league, to beat a team 3 times. They got the best of us the first 2. That's a very good Allen Park team from top to bottom. They're very scrappy. They take pitches. They get your pitchers deep in counts. They're good at defense. They can throw the ball a little bit. They're very, very good. So when you play a team like that, if you make any mistakes, they capitalize on it, and that's what happened to us the first 2 games. The last time we played them, I think, was May 5th. And since that time, we've started to play a lot better baseball. We're not the same team we were on May 5th when we faced them. We're playing a lot better, a lot cleaner. Kids are playing for them, not for themselves, but they're playing for the team, and it shows on the field. So when good things are, things like that are happening, the bounces start to go your way a little bit, and that's kind of happened here. Like you said, we won 20 out of the last 24 games. We're playing better baseball and we're competing. So when we went down early in that game yesterday, we all kind of had that feeling like, okay, all right, we're just going to have to fight through this. And luckily, our pitcher on the mound and our defense, it was Tyler Harris that started the game for us. He buckled down and really gave everything he had for the 4.2 innings he was in there, 4 2/3. And then we were able to give way to Evan Langlois, and he was able to kind of close it out. But we had to fight back. There was a couple things that Allen Park gave us that we had to take advantage of. They walked a few guys in the bottom of the third inning, and we had to take advantage of it, and we did. So that was a good sign. And then at that point, we just had to make sure we won every inning after that.
Okay, well, congratulations. And maybe you had some extra motivation. You guys, it's according to the last top 20 Division I poll, you guys were an unranked baseball team, and that shows how much they know about Warrior baseball. I mean, you're fresh off now beating a 28-win, 15th ranked Allen Park squad. The non-ranking does surprise me a bit, and only considering you guys have set a pretty good tradition here. You've won 5 straight district titles, which is no easy feat in baseball. Your team has a really great tradition over the last 5-6 years, including a state finals appearance in 2018, which was an amazing run. We expect, and I say this from a state champs perspective, we expect Woodhaven to be a team that always needs to be reckoned with. Lo and behold, here you are getting ready for a regional final versus Warren De La Salle. Second time you've advanced to the regional finals in 3 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the rankings this year were pretty spot on. There were some really, really good teams in the state that had really hot starts. And
yeah.
Our start was what we wanted.
Right.
Obviously, you don't want to be 11-9 at one point. But our philosophy here and our message has always been process over outcome. I think it's really important to get better every single day, whether you're losing, whether you're winning, but just to understand that it's the little things that matter the most. And as we got better doing those things throughout the season, our record started to improve. I think at one point we won 13 straight games, and we were playing real baseball. So, the season kind of turned around in the month of May for us, and good things started to happen. But it started with the hard work that these kids put in the off season, and just trusting the process and trusting us as coaches, and just trusting their talent that they can go out there and get it done. And they didn't have to overthink things. They just had to keep it simple, and they were able to do that. So yeah, there's no hard feelings not being ranked at all.
Yeah.
This was actually year where we were the underdogs, and like you said, the last couple of years we haven't been that. We've always been the hunted, and in this particular matchup we got to be the hunter. And I think our kids embraced that a little bit. They knew that Allen Park was there was no way we were just gonna go out there and dominate a team like Allen Park. They're too good. Right. They have many good players. They have a great coaching staff. So for us, we just had to trust it and make sure that when things went bad early on in that game, that we were able to kind of compose ourselves a little bit and get back at it and start doing the things that have helped us be successful so far this season.
So you'll have regionals and quarterfinals now taking place the same day. What do you know about De La Salle and a potential matchup should you advance with either UD Jesuit or Grosse Pointe South in the quarters? I know you know Grosse Pointe South.
Oh yeah, I know Grosse Pointe South. We lost to them in the finals back in 2008. Andrew Plum is an institution over there, so
right.
I'm good friends with him, and I've learned a lot from him over the years, and I hope that can be a matchup for us in the future. But we got to take care of business first thing Saturday morning. And De La Salle's a good team. They play in a very, very tough league with great competition, great coaches, great programs that are historically good. So that's not going to be an easy feat for us. We're going to have to go in there and play a good game, and hopefully we can do that. They're a type of team. They're scrappy. They got a great catcher behind the plate. They got a couple really good hitters in the middle that you got to really worry about. They're going to be a good team. They didn't make it here by accident. I don't think they were given any charity to get here. They earned it, and so we're going to go into this game like we do every other game, and we're going to do our best and try to play a clean game of baseball.
Yeah, Division I is so intriguing. Have you been surprised the amount of teams who are already knocked out?
Yeah, it's an absolute bloodbath. Like if we were doing like NCAA basketball, this was,
Right.
I would have lost all my money day one. And that's the interesting thing about baseball, and I said this, in the past too, you don't have, the best team doesn't always win. It's
Right.
the team that plays best that day. And I think that was an example of it. I think some really good teams that were highly ranked ran into some really, really good pitchers. And those, obviously did their job and did a good job out there and took their team to a win. But that's how baseball is. That's how all sports are. That's why you play the game. It looks great on paper, but you still got to go out there. You still got to play. You still got to give your effort. And anything can happen on any given day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on a side note, I don't know if it was Johnny Kidd who was shooting, but, we got that little YouTube short going, or Twitter shot of you on the hot corner catching the ball a month ago. It's got like 1,100 views, man. I think you're a YouTube sensation.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that is I should have probably got out of the way of that. On video, it looked like it was a hot shot, but it was spinning good. And my hand was hurt. I kind of regret it. Usually I get out of the way. In my younger years, I would have been all over that, but now that I'm getting a little bit older, I should have probably got out of the way of that one.
Yeah. But you caught it, so, I mean, it looks good. Of course.
Got to make the play.
That's right. You're setting an example. You live by it, so the boys can see
right.
that. So, well, this is great. What I would also just end with is your relationship. The Michigan high school baseball coaches, they sponsor this podcast, and I know they are so adamant and fervent about continuing to grow the game here in Michigan. I think it's as healthy maybe as it's ever been. Your thoughts on just the association, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, how you guys lean on each other.
Yeah, the brotherhood is amazing. I mean, that's the main reason why I'm on the executive board. I've learned so much from the guys that I get to work with all the time, doing what we do and learning from them. But in reality, we all want to grow this game, not just in our area, but around the state. And we've made, some strides in doing that and getting some guys involved from the northern part of the state, west side of the state, and trying to kind of balance it out a little bit. We want to be the best organization we can for our coaches, so we can be the best organization for our players and students that are in the state of Michigan. There's a lot of good baseball players here. We want to make sure that they get recognized. We want to make sure that they're going out there and not just, getting recognized at the state level, but also, getting the publicity they need to go on and if they have aspirations of playing at the next level. But we want each program to get better. It makes the competitive balance better. And, we're all about coaching in great games. And yesterday was no different. That was an awesome game to be a part of. Get your juices flowing a little bit, your adrenaline. Wish all 40 games we got to play this year was just like that. The atmosphere was electric. But that's our goal. We want to improve the game around the state, not just in our area, but, that's what we try to do. And I think we're doing a pretty good job with that. I mean, we need more help. I'm always asking coaches, especially new coaches, to get involved, volunteer their time. We need more help. We need more voices. It could be a lot better than what it is right now, but we are making strides.
Yeah, and that's it. You guys have really laid a pretty strong foundation that's always ready to continue to grow upward. So, so good on you, and good luck this weekend. It's big for the boys. I'm sure the seniors are chomping at the bit to want to see if they can get their season into the final week. There's nothing really, and there's nothing really like finals week. The quarterfinals, the semis, the state championship game, playing at Michigan State. It's such an incredible moment for the guys, and such a great reward for all the hard work that they've done. So good luck again this year. With as wide open as it is, why not Woodhaven? That should be your exactly. That should be your headline on the locker room. Why not Woodhaven?
We're posting it everywhere as much as we can now. Our kids are saying it, so why not us? It could be anybody, so why not?
Go get it. All right, Coach. Thank you so much, Corey Farner, head coach of Woodhaven High School. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it.
All right, you got it.